Could Raheem Morris actually be the Falcons head coach heading into next season? Could that actually happen? Could the Atlanta Falcons actually bring him back? I don't know, man. I'm starting to get a little nervous about this. We're going to talk about it. But before we get started, I want to tell you guys to hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, and share, and tell a friend, tell a family member, tell whoever to support my channel. The Atlanta Falcons, they did win another game. Granted, it was a meaningless game, but they won against the Arizona Cardinals 26-19, and the Falcons have won 2 in a row since they've been eliminated from the playoffs. They are now 6-9. And I'm going to post that question similar to what I mentioned in the intro. Could the Atlanta Falcons actually do something pure Atlanta Falcon-y? Could they actually do the unthinkable? Could they actually bring back Raheem Morris and to a lesser degree Terry Fontenot? Could that actually happen? Could this little nice, cute win streak, positive momentum, could that be a reason? Could that cause Arthur Blank to bring back Raheem Morris? Man, I'm here to tell you guys. I want Raheem Morris out of here. I want Terry Fontenot out of here. But when it comes to these Atlanta Falcons, when it comes to Arthur Blank, expect the unexpected. Because as I've been saying for weeks, the Atlanta Falcons eat, sleep, breathe losing. Eat, sleep, breathe losing. Eat, sleep, breathe losing. Eat, sleep, breathe losing. And one of the reasons why I believe that the Atlanta Falcons are committed to such things like this is because I actually believe it's entirely possible the Atlanta Falcons and Arthur Blank bring back Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot for another season. I believe it could actually happen. When you listen to Raheem Morris talk in the media during the week, it sure sounds like the dude's confident that he's going to be back next year, because all he talks about is next year. All he talks about is, well, we're going to need Michael Penix next year. We're developing for next year. We're building for next year. He talks about all this next year stuff as if he's going to be the coach. And it scares me because I don't believe Raheem Morris deserves to be back next year. I don't believe Terry Fontenot deserves to be back next year. I believe the Atlanta Falcons should clean house. I don't care that the Atlanta Falcons have won 2 in a row. I don't care. I don't care that Raheem Morris, after he beat Tampa Bay, yelled at the camera and talked about what? Call that. I think that's what he said when the Falcons beat Tampa Bay. Call that, or he was smiling and laughing at all this nonsense. I don't care. I've seen enough when it comes to these Atlanta Falcons. I've seen enough. I don't care that the Falcons have won 2 in a row. I don't care that the Falcons were able to run the ball at will against Arizona. I don't care that Kyle Pitts for the last month has shown a pulse of him being a capable, legit tight end. I don't care. I don't care. Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot need to go. I don't care if the Falcons win the next 2 games. I don't care if they do the unthinkable and beat the Rams next week. I don't care. Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot both need to go, because the Atlanta Falcons are on an 8-year playoff drought. They have missed the playoffs 8 straight seasons. Terry Fontenot's been here 5 years. In 5 years he's been here, the Falcons have not made the playoffs. Now, he's done some good things over the last couple of years, so you got to give Terry Fontenot credit. The defense is looking better. They're 3rd in the league in sacks. Jalen Walker and James Pierce are looking like potential studs, and Brandon Dorlus is looking like one of the best defensive tackle pass rushers in the league. And I get it. The defense is looking better. It doesn't matter. Terry Fontenot's been here 5 years, and the Falcons have been bad. They've been a losing team every year. The Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix decision, and I know Kirk Cousins has looked a little better, It doesn't matter. The Falcons still don't have a quarterback. Still. They don't have a quarterback. Still. The wide receiving room, the Falcons need a deep threat wide receiver. Offensive line can use a little retooling. Secondary can lose a little, especially at the cornerback spot, can use a little retooling. The Falcons still have some holes on this team. And it's been 5 years since Terry Funno and Raheem Morris. Terry Funno's been the general manager for 5 years. No playoffs. That alone should tell you he should be gone. That alone should tell you he should be gone. And Raheem Morris, look, man, I'm a little over his happy-go-lucky, smiley, whatever. I'm over Raheem Morris, man. I'm over him. They need to go. And for the Atlanta Falcons, look, man, it's nice that they're winning these games. It's nice they're not giving up on the season. It's nice that they're not giving up. They're not laying down. They're not losing 30-3. That should be commended and respected. It should. But this late season swoon should not fool anybody. It should not fool Falcon fans. Changes need to be made. Changes need to happen. Changes should be demanded. Falcon fans should go up to Flowery Branch and tell Arthur Blank, don't let this 2-game winning streak fool you. This team has been mid at best. This team is under 5. This team is going to finish under 500 again. The Falcons every week for most of the season have invented and created new ways to lose. Meaningless football is irrelevant to me. I've seen this story over and over and over again. Remember in 2019? The Falcons went 7-9. We wanted Dan Quinn to go. We wanted him to be fired. Arthur Blank kept them until heading into the following year, 2020. And you know what happened that year? The Falcons were bad. They were awful. They went 1-7. They fired Dan Quinn mid-season, and the Falcons ultimately went 4-12. That's what happened. If Raheem Morris is the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons heading into next year, I guarantee you the same exact result will happen. The Atlanta Falcons are going to go, they'll win about 5 games next season, and Raheem Morris is going to be fired mid-season, and Arthur Blank is going to look at himself, and he's going to be like, dang, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I bring back Raheem Morris? I should have let him go in the offseason. He'll make that same mistake again if Raheem Morris is back. Raheem Morris should not be the Atlanta Falcons head coach heading in the next season. Terry Funno should be gone as well. Both of them should be gone. They both have done irresponsible damage to this franchise for far too long. They all need to go. And there's just nothing else to say. And so look, the Falcons, they won. Nice win. 26-19. 26-19 was the final score. They're 6-9. It's nice that they've shown some pride and they're not giving up on the season and they're not laying down, and it's good. It's nice to be encouraged by how the defense is progressing. But none of what they've done has made me change my mind. And even if the Falcons win the next 2 games, nothing that they do would make me change my mind. I think everybody needs to go. Raheem Morris and Terry Funno need to go. And let's hope and pray that Arthur Blank can actually do the right thing. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Be back soon. Talk soon later. Peace.